and then create some changes of character on the lower time frame just so that it can sell into this fair value gap. Hey, what's good, everybody? This is your man, Prof Zones, and Prof is not for professor, but for profits. And we back at it again, guys. GroundUp Breakdown, episode 11. This is the 11th week where we have been chopping and dissecting the market in the best way we know how to. So yeah, guys, once again, thanks for subscribing. Thanks for watching. Even some of you that watch and never comment or just never say anything, but are watching and making money off what I am basically sharing. Shout out to you guys as well. Shout out to everybody who comments, who likes, and who shows me love on DMs, WhatsApp, and everything in terms of the work that I'm doing here. So yeah, guys. Don't mind my voice. My voice might be a little under the weather simply because it is flu season. So yeah, I don't really have the flu. It's just a sore throat every now and then. So yeah, guys. But with that said, let us just jump into a quick recap. As I said, guys, I gave that signal on AudUsd. I gave that signal on the last part 3 of SMC terminology, which was basically a hidden gem for those that do follow my work. I do that quite often. If you do watch the videos in their entirety, then you will pick up a couple of so-called signals, right? So yeah, with that said, I did say buy side liquidity right here, sell side liquidity right here, sweep of buy side, sweep of sell side. When we swept the sell side, we created this order block right here. And then we tapped into that order block, and then we sold into this trend line liquidity right here. And that's what we were anticipating that might happen. So that did happen. And then after that, we got a beautiful change of character to the upside. Because as you can see right here, we have our buy side liquidity. Right here, we had our sell side, and the market did what? The market swept our sell side, swept our buy side, and then after it swept our buy side liquidity, it left this beautiful order block right here. So after it swept our buy side liquidity, price came in to tap into that order block, pushed all the way up, tapped in to tap into that order block a little fuller. Just 50% of it. And then from there, price, of course, shot all the way up, chasing the next liquidity, which technically is right here. And of course, it left this order block right there. So basically, that was the move for the week. We sold just to buy, and that's what we were looking for. So what a beautiful week on that one. So yeah, guys, with that said, now let us move into this week's analysis and what I am looking at. Do not forget to, guys, tap into Monday market mapping, because I do go a little bit more in depth on AudUsd, and I also cover USD CAD and gold. And in the future, I might just cover other pairs for you guys as well, right? So yeah, that's it, guys. As I said, and I'm still saying, that the market is technically in so-called resistance right here, right? So there's a lot of activity happening right here, right? And what I like about it in terms of smart money is that we have beautiful equal highs right here. Let me start using my annotation tools from MT5. So yeah, right, we have a beautiful equal highs right here. I call this equal highs, right? Beautiful. And then we have tapped into this daily fair value already, right? So since we have tapped into that fair value, there is a chance that the market might want to go deeper down into this sell side liquidity right here, right? And don't forget that below that sell side liquidity, we have a fair value but also we have a fair value right here that we've tapped into. So this one right here would be a lovely place for us to actually reach, right? So if we are selling, we know that definitely the market will be looking at two liquidities, which will be this one right here, right? This one right here, and this one right here. So if we're selling, we know that these points right here are very crucial points of take profits, right? And if we're buying, we can easily spot that there is a beautiful order block right here that we have not tapped into as yet. We just tapped into this fair value that we've tapped into to a degree, but we haven't tapped into this order block. So we know if the market is attracted to this buy side liquidity, then we know that there's higher chances that the market will want to reach into this order block right here before starting to give us maybe any signs of sellers, right, that are going to be taking control of the market. So now basically what I'm saying is that we're still bearish. As you can see, the weekly, guys, we're still very much bearish, right? The monthly is what's telling us that we might be bullish, hence why we are not we are also taking bulls into consideration. So now let's move into the H4 time frame and have a little closer view. So as you can see, we have been forming, ever since we formed this low here, we have been forming higher highs and higher highs, right? So if the market pulls back, as we can see, the market will be chasing what? This liquidity right here, which on the H4, we can also tell that there's this fair value. So this liquidity is quite a nice zone, right? So with that said, if that fair value is, if that liquidity is violated in terms of the market creates a deeper pullback, then there's chances that the market will want to retrace so that it can carry on going down, chasing this liquidity right here, right? And that is our bearish scenario. Our bullish scenario, the market could easily even react off of this fair value fully, tap into it fully, maybe even create equal lows, and then start changing character to chase this buy side liquidity here and ultimately that daily order block, right? So we know that change of characters is very important to us because it drives our bias. That's why we can sell to buy or buy to sell. We follow the market's movement. So yeah, guys, with that said, that is our H4 bias. And as you can see, as I said, there's a lot of sellers in this zone. So if we do break above this zone, then it will be very, very good for the bulls because there's quite a lot of sellers that are trapped at this zone right now. So with that said, let's move into the H1 time frame to get a little deeper view. And as you can see on the H1 time frame, we basically created a lovely change of character right here as we tap into, and then we created a lovely head and shoulder, right? But still, all of these lows are being respected. Lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, right? So that means to us that the bears are kind of in control because as you can see, yes, the market pushed up, but it failed to break and close above this liquidity right here, right? But every time when it pushes down, it seems to want to break the previous low. So there is a high chances that we do get a deeper pullback into these areas right here before we start to see any maybe change of characters to the upside for the buyers to take control of this market. And of course, if we do not get a change of character here and we maybe just get a sweep of that liquidity to tap into maybe a deeper level and then we carry on dropping, right, then we know that ultimately we're looking at least this accumulation that's right here, right, this accumulation right here, because there might be some orders trapped in there. And then you never know that the market might then create a change of character over there before it starts wanting to push up, right? So either way, when we selling, which the market already is basically on a sell structure. So we could just easily look for sells, at least to these levels right here for now, right? Unless we push all the way up on Monday to break this liquidity right here, then of course we'll be looking at this consolidation area right here to see if we might find any, what do you call this? To see if we might find any change of characters to the downside, because the market can easily want to sweep this liquidity right here, create a change of character before it even reaches that buy side liquidity, create a change of character, and then sell its way into this sell side liquidity, and then maybe again then push up. So if it does that, then we already know that we're in a very lovely range, right? We're in a very lovely range that we could be trading up and down, up and down. But ultimately, as you can see, on the monthly, we are still very bullish on the monthly, and the daily we are very much bearish still in terms of the structure, because all the highs that have been made haven't been broken, right? So ever since this high right here, we haven't broke above a high. This is the only high that we were able to break above. But as soon as we swept above that, look at what happened. We created this huge wick, and then the market started to drop, right? And then the bulls tried again to push the market into the zone, but as soon as they got into the zone, the market dropped heavily again, right? To fetch this sell side liquidity. And then when it done that, it came back within the range, pushed all the way up, and came all the way up right here. And guess what? It still failed. So that's why I'm saying that there's a lot of sellers within this zone. So as you can see, it dropped a bit. So yeah, we already know that if the bears take charge, they might want to push this market all the way down here again. So yeah, guys, that's basically it for AudUsd. So yeah, guys, just make sure you subscribe. The link is in the description of Monday Market Mapping and what do you call it? And also GroundUp Capital, which is of course the channel that you are watching on. So yeah, with that said, we just going to plan the trade and trade the plan as usual. So yeah, guys, with that said, I'm gonna see you tomorrow on Monday Market Mapping.